Welcome back to Collector Not Hoarder. This is Tom. Today I want to run you through a few cool baseball pickups I've had recently. I'm pretty excited about them. Recently I've been going after some early 1900s team postcards, and I found a few that kind of fly under the radar. I don't necessarily pick up the major league teams. I'm not getting the Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Philadelphia, and any of the major league teams. I'm not getting those. Those are kind of out of my price range. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find some team cards that have some significance to them, whether it be a player or just the actual team. And that's kind of where the ones I'm going to share with you today are coming from. So the first one I'm going to start off with, this is the 1909 Rock Island Islanders. Look at this motley group of guys. This is down at the bottom. It says I3 pennant winner, or actually it says III pennant winners, but that's the I3 league, and they were the pennant winners that year. And you just take a look at this. And the main guy that I wanted on this postcard is actually right there. That is William Baby Doll Jacobson. So some of you pre-war guys might be familiar with him. He didn't see any major league time until like 1915. And he actually was one of the best hitters through his prime years in the majors. So like the late teens through like the mid 20s. In 1920, he batted .355. 1921, he batted .352. And there was a point where he batted over 300 for 7 consecutive seasons. And in 1922, he finished second behind Babe Ruth with 122 RBIs. And he was also one of the best defensive players at the time, too. So pre-war guys might be familiar with him. He's not a name that everybody knows. But this card predates his actual major league cards by almost a decade. So this team card is from, like I said, 1909. And I believe his first major league card might be 1918 or 1919. So nearly a decade prior. So very early image of Baby Doll Jacobson. And I just thought this was a great postcard to add. And, like I said, kind of flies under the radar. He's not a super well-known guy because he's not a Hall of Famer. But just finding him on an early postcard is very cool. This is unposted, no postmark or anything like that. So relatively clean postcard. Next is, this is pretty cool. This is the 1907 normal school in the Philippines. So the normal school was one of the first 4 schools to establish a baseball league in the Philippines. And this is just a fantastic image of these young boys. You can see they got their equipment sitting down there below them. And if you would take the image of Baby Doll Jacobson, just that serious look, and put it on this Philippines card, I mean, that's what you got here. These boys just look like they mean business. That just is an incredible picture. Down here, this postcard's from a series of cards. I don't know if there's any other baseball ones in it, but it was just images of things in the Philippines and other people in the Philippines at the time. But this is number 78. Baseball team, normal school, Manila Island of Luzon, Philippines. And very cool picture, very early image of baseball in the Philippines. This one also unposted. There is a little message on the back. I don't believe it has a whole lot to do with the team or the card or anything, but just such a cool image of these guys. Next, this is probably one of my favorite team postcards that I have. I was super excited to get this. And I don't still really know a ton about it because there's not a lot out there about the team. And this is the 1904 Etna's baseball team from Ponce, Puerto Rico. This is a super early baseball team picture in Puerto Rico. This postcard actually came from Puerto Rico. It is postmarked 1905, so it's January 31st, 1905, which kind of tells me this is probably the 1904 team. But they were one of the first baseball teams in Ponce, Puerto Rico. And you can see it's actually being addressed to somebody in Ponce. And this address is actually a church. When it's looked up, there was a church at that point. But over on the side here, there's a message, just translates to remembering our team, your friend, GLB. So this is just phenomenal. Like just the way these guys look, you can see the quilted pants on the guys. These kids just look like they love baseball and they're getting ready to go play a game maybe. But somebody wrote on the front here, it does say president across the front, so that might be the owner of the team maybe. I'm not really sure, maybe the manager, who knows. But I've joined a Negro Leagues in Puerto Rico Facebook group just so I could share this and see if anybody had anything significant to add about it that I wasn't familiar with already. And you know, there wasn't a whole lot they could really tell me, but I just know that since it is posted in 1905, I believe the first championships took place in Ponce in 1904. So this would be one of the first teams established at that point. So I was super excited to get this. I actually got it from somebody in Puerto Rico. So I didn't buy it here in the United States. I found it. The seller was in Puerto Rico whenever I bought it. See, the stamp was removed. But overall, amazing image. Thrilled to own this. Very cool piece of early baseball in Puerto Rico. Well, that's all I have for you this time. So I hope you really enjoyed those. And if you have any additional information about any of these, please reach out, let me know. But until then, don't forget, there's a fine line between a collector and a hoarder. Which one are you?